Randy Jacobs is very sorry. This is his first time in 11 years he has missed an evening. He has come faithfully 2 or 3 times a year and given marvelous performances. Randy has been the pioneer in this area for growing wheatgrass and growing sprouts. And he has a program called Life Force Growers in Somerville and can provide people from his website, www.lifeforcegrowers.com, your sprouts, your wheatgrass, and your pea sprouts and supplies. So he's really excellent for us. As you all know, Ann Wigmore, why suffer, about how she discovered how important wheatgrass was for healing. And I'm going to show you tonight how to grow wheatgrass, how to grow sunflower sprouts, and also to show you hydroponically how to sprout seeds. And in here, you're each going to get a jar, and in here is mung, azuki, and lentil. You put the seeds in. This is a tablespoon of each is in this little jar, and these are tremendously nutritious, as you know from your reading. The sprouts have the most energy, the most nutrients, and the most vitality you will get from sprouts. And this is so quick and easy to do sprouts for 3 days. And you put them in your soup, you put them in as a snack to take along with you. You can grow them any way you want, not only in a jar. One of my students biked across country, and she put the seeds in her pantyhose and tied her pantyhose to the handlebars. And whenever she stopped, she just rinsed off the sprouts because they have to be damp. They have to get wet in order to grow. And when I go anywhere, I have my dry seeds with me and my little nut milk bag, and I just hang them in my shower if I go skiing or go anywhere, and I have fresh sprouts to eat all the time. They're wonderful snacks. They're very healthy to have with you all the time. I'm going to give you each a jar, and you will soak them only tonight. Only tonight. Some people soak them for 2 days and then they'll rot. But in the morning, you need to rinse them. You empty them out, the water out. You put fresh water in, you empty that out, and you leave them upside down, either in a double sink, if you have that, or on the edge of a jar, so they're tilted sort of like that. And at nighttime, again, you put fresh water in, and you take it out, and you again leave them overnight without water in them, just like that, not in the direct sunlight. And the second day, you do the same thing. You rinse them in the morning, put them upside down, rinse them at night, put them upside down. The third day, you do the same thing. By the end of the third day, you're ready to eat them. So easy, so easy. You can do it with many different kinds of sprouts. We have here sprouts which I'm going to pass around that you can do them with. Here's a mixture: alfalfa, radish, mung, and lentil. And these are all different kinds. These are alfalfa sprouts. Here's some chickpeas or garbanzo beans. And here's a mixture, crunchy beans mix of green snow peas, garbanzo beans, and red-green lentils from healthy eating. And here's fenugreek. You can use lots of different kinds, and organic broccoli. All sprouts are healthy. The pioneer in the area has been Steve Meyerowitz. Unfortunately, he was killed in an automobile crash 2 years ago, and his sons now have taken over. But he wrote this wonderful book called Wheatgrass, and also this book, Sprouts, the Miracle Food, and Kitchen Cook. So each of you will take this home. You each have a net over it, and when they're all sprouted, you take the top. This is without the top, but you take the net off and just keep it in the refrigerator after the 3 days. Property sells all these different types of tops that you can have if you want, with different, instead of a net that we've cut and used for you, you can use plastic ones. But I find the net is just as easy. Now I'm going to tell you about sprouting with earth. Here we have a solid tray no holes. And we have here a tray with holes. You're each going to get 3 trays. And the solid ones in the bottom. Then you're going to get one that has holes. Can you see that? That has holes? And then and you put the one with holes in here, and the others just to hold the water. So the water goes through. And then afterwards, you want to top one because they want to pretend it's deep in the ground and growing. And so this lets them sleep until they're ready to push up. And when they're ready to push up, they push up for 3 inches or 4 inches. You can put telephone books on them or any heavy books, and they'll push the telephone books right up because the plants want to grow. Take 2 pounds of earth home, and tonight you will put them in your tray, and then we're going to add a tablespoon of glacier rock. These are wonderful minerals from western Massachusetts.
Glacial rock?
What does that do, Betsy?
That's all the minerals that you really make the plants grow. And you mix it in. So that's easy. And then it's ready to be sown. Now these have been soaked overnight. These are wheatgrass. Now I'll tell you a little story about, you can pass this around, feel it. There were some archaeologists in Egypt that opened up and were so excited about going into a tomb. They finally got to the treasure room, and they got to the treasure chest, and they, with great excitement, they opened the treasure chest. And what do you think they found inside?
Wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass.
Kamut, which is ancient wheatgrass. And that is more valuable than gold or silver because that can feed people. And that was passed on from generation to generation. And so it's much more important to have living food than having any dollars or gold pieces. So we're going to take the one, and we do them rather thickly across the whole tray, and we sew them with a thick amount. This is 1 cup. Usually we put a whole tray with just wheatgrass, but we're letting you experiment. And so we're doing half the tray in wheatgrass and half the tray in sunflower. And when you soak the sunflower in a jar or anything else, put a paper towel on top and push them and submerge them because they float. And so they need to be submerged.
Do plants make love?
I think everything makes love.
Everything, Betsy?
Everything has the power of as long as it has life force in it.
Beautiful. Did you hear that, ladies?
We all have this wonderful power of life force within us. And
So these sunflower seeds, are they a day old or 2 days old?
these sunflower seeds have been soaked since, actually since this morning.
Oh, so they're 1 day soaked.
They've soaked since this morning.
And when you soak them, it's got to be room temperature?
Yes.
So 12 hours?
8 hours about.
In the dark?
No, can be just not in the direct light.
I see.
So it's fine. Then we get our third tray, the one that's on top, and we push them down. Like this, we tamp them down, it's called. So this is putting them deep in the ground. Then we take this off, then we spray them with water. This is a sprayer. One of my students, Bob, I think he liked this one the best, but I prefer another type. But they only cost $19. And when you have a little spritzer in your house, your hand gets very tired.
Yeah.
Oops, there we go. So then we spray it so that they're and that's pretty much all there is to it. And you saw the little video of what they look like each day. Now you must spray them every morning and every night. And then we put them to sleep. It's very important to be loving and sing to your plants. When we go to Hippocrates and the health educators, we're all given trays to take home. And this is what you're going to do too. You're going to take your trays home and you're going to soak the seeds tonight, and then tomorrow you're going to plant them, and then you can try your different farming techniques. If you play Beethoven, they really like it. If you play acid rock, they don't like it. And they won't grow. They wilt inside. Plants are very sensitive. And it's very, if you're loving to them and care for them, they will grow and abound.
Can you sing a song to them?
Jojo has the most wonderful voice.
Yes,
Jojo, will you sing just a moment?
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a wonderful feeling. Everything's going my way.
I couldn't compete with that. Yes?
Is there any type of music that makes them grow better?
Yes, like Beethoven is nice. Classical music is
What
nice.
about big band?
I think that's a little jarring.
Jazz?
Oh, I think they'd like it. If you like it, they'll like it.
Ella?
Maybe you could play it
Lower.
low.
Yeah, because
yes.
I just inherited all my father's stuff.
Oh, wonderful.
All big band, Ella
Wonderful.
Fitzgerald.
The plants would love
Yes.
that.
Yes, oh,
Yes.
those are wonderful. They are
Yes,
wonderful.
we'll see.
So that's marvelous. So that is all that I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.